Yeah, I feel that.
Oh, goody. Excuse you, Courtney.
I'm
Gosh.
louder than that. You know that.
Welcome everybody to the stream. Welcome to Sketch Fighters. Hi, my name is Bernard Chang, professional comic book artist slash designer. Can everybody hear me? Join with me tonight. I have our co-host, the lovely Courtney, our comic book expert,
Hello, everybody.
and I think we'll be joined by SEAN CHEN shortly. I think this is going to be a Jerry-less episode, as well as maybe a Fletchless episode.
You're too popular.
They're both out and about. So, what should we talk about tonight? I might do like we got to do a Megatron drawing. Did you do your Megatron drawing yet, Courtney?
Oh, I didn't. But actually, I really wanted to. I haven't really drawn too many robots in my time, but I'm a big fan of like Gundam. I still have a really interesting Gundam art book, which I got a very long time ago, and it's a little shady because it's or not shady, but kind of creepy because they have like these little girls in it as well, like these little anime girls, and they're dressed up as like part Gundam, part little girl, and they're like in these suits, and but that it's very traditional. I'll have to figure out how to. I'll take some pictures when I find it. But when I like look through the books, I had this art book for I don't know 20 years or more. I flipped through it, and then they started like the artists started putting ages, and they're like
of
13.
The girls?
Yeah, and then they would have like them like kind of fighting, and like their pieces of strategically placed robot armor would like pop off, and you could see like their little underwear, and I was like, oh my god, they're like, it's like this girl's 13 years old. I was like, oh no.
Wait, this is Japanese?
Yeah, it's true. It's a Japanese art book. So
art heavily quoted on the art section.
Yeah, I have to find it. I know I have it around somewhere because I still I found it.
I don't know if we can show it on stream.
I won't show it on the stream, but I'll post a picture.
Matthew Crossart can look for it when he goes to Japan.
I think it's when does this come out? Let me take a look. I mean, I love it. 94.
Oh,
came out in 94.
Collector's edition. You should get that graded.
It got kind of busted.
Are the girls like normal human girls but with robot armor?
Yes.
Or so they're not like robots?
No, you can like see their faces, and
how about their
their style is kind of nice. Oh, Jerry's here.
Oh, Jerry's here. I thought Jerry was out today.
Yeah, I'm just gonna really be listening. I gotta do some work. Well, I mean, I am working right now, but I'm just gonna listen really.
All right.
I'm working too. A little bit.
Jerry heard scantily clad Transformers, and he was like, "What?"
Young girls. No, but it's. I mean, yeah. I'll just have to. I'll post some pictures so you guys know. I mean, the art book. It's not like all like, it's not looking like all terrible.
Did you guys see what Link 52017 just wrote?
I didn't. But...
I just had my phone on speaker during this and think I just got in trouble with my wife.
Oh no!
What happened?
No, we're not talking about anything bad. This is
Link's wife thinks he's listening to some porn or something.
No, I'm so sorry.
Hentai. Come on, get it straight. Courtney just ruined our under 18 streak here on the stream.
I take everything from. We're talking about robots.
We're talking about robots. I don't know what you're talking about. How did this come up? We're drawing Megatron today.
Because I wanted to do it in that style, but not like, you know, the young, kind of, you know.
Oh.
You want to
Anyways,
draw Megatron as a sexy fembot?
actually, maybe I will.
Cool.
Maybe I will.
Is Dom Gomez on?
Who's Dom Gomez?
He's part of the bots.
Mm.
Just trying to get some leeway here on this commission I gotta finish. Jerry, what are your thoughts on Taiwan?
With Pelosi there?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's pretty scary. I don't know. I don't know what to think. Nothing would surprise me.
Same.
I mean, everybody there seems kind of calm about it, right? Or is the wifey is she concerned?
Not to my knowledge.
Right, but also, I mean, there's a sense of complacency, and which might lead to an unexpected turn of events, right?
That's what I'm afraid of, I think.
Yeah. Well, I'll be there in a few days. We'll see how it goes. This might be the last stream, I was telling Courtney.
You're leaving Friday, right?
Yeah. Let me see who else is on chat. That's Jerry Ma, by the way, folks. Professional comic book artist / fashion designer / pen. What do we call it? Pen guru, fountain pen guru.
Pen 13.
Pen.
Sorry. Hi everyone. I'm just looking up what is Nancy Pelosi doing in Taiwan.
Yeah, I mean, there's no real. I mean, aside
I'm
from.
not like sure what is her actual purpose there. You know, besides
to
getting some military action going on.
Stir up the shit to reaffirm America's
Good point.
Allegiance to Taiwan under the Taiwan-U.S. Relations Act of 1979 or 78, or the Taiwan Relations Act. So.
Oh, you got a first-time chatter. Tudor makes comics.
What's up, Tudor makes comics? All right, let me go and hold on. Let me. I just erased this. I didn't like this drawing. I don't like this pencil. Has too hard of a lead.
That's what she said.
I know. Courtney's going down a real rated R thing today. Where's Carson McKinney when you need him? Aren't you supposed to go on a date with Carson?
Who's Carson?
Carson. That's our get back coach.
Oh, is he the youngest one?
Yeah. Well, not really. I think Luke.
You gotta make a man album the way you did with Poop Man.
Yeah. Poop Man. Has he changed it? Nope. It's still Poop Kid.
No.
No, he did change it for a little bit.
Oh, really?
I think. Mm-hmm.
Let me grab another pencil.
Oh yeah, I did see Crispy Egg Roll last week.
Oh yeah, what's up with that? He was in New York, right?
Yeah.
How did that go? Did you guys went out to a bar or something?
He doesn't drink.
Right, I know.
So he watched me throw back a few.
Wait, he doesn't drink?
He doesn't drink.
He didn't drink?
No. Did he get a virgin Moscow Mule?
He had a lychee soda.
Lychee soda. Ooh.
You know what? That's better, Jerry. I always have the conversation of the only time I've ever thrown up from drinking was when I drank with you. So
Yeah, I don't think.
probably better for him.
So you didn't get him to have one sip, Jerry? You didn't have any. Okay. Good for him.
Yeah, he's a very innocent lad.
I think he's allergic though. Now that I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, I think
Poop
so too.
Man is endorsing the smoking of Mary Jane with crispy egg roll.
I think most of the younger generation just smokes weed.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it's legal now, so in the state of California. I don't know if it's legal where everybody is watching tonight. All right, let me get rid of this. Is Dom Gomez on? Let me see a little. If Long Wu, what's up, Long Wu? First in chat again. Long Wu keeps a streak going. Lurky Lurk is slacking. Beef Skeleton, how you doing, Beef Skeleton? Lurky's Long Wu is first. Beef. Sorry about that. Jamie Odell, what's up, Jamie from New York? Lurky Lurk is here. Left a question for me in Discord. Oh, so Dom Gomez, you are Beef Skeleton? Is that right?
It's beefy?
Is beefy Dom? Simple Man, what's up, Tony? How's it going? Mr. Joshua's here. Mr. Joshua, thank you for the resub. 23 months. That's 2 years. Holy cow. Wow, we've been streaming that long, huh? I guess 123 episodes. It's 2 years, right? How many weeks in a...
Domcoms is beef.
Huh? Oh, okay. Domcom is beef. Okay. All right. Beef, is that the page you want reviewed? Or do you want another page? I only have time to do one page today. We can do another one next week or the week after. So I got to get to the Megatron sketch, and I got to finish this cover. Not this cover, but another cover. Poop Kid is here. Good to see Poop Kid from San Diego. Volendor. You guys check out Volendor. He streams online. Estefone. Good to see Estefone again. James Quo. What's up? Jeremy Joe is here. Hello, Jeremy Joe. Yojimbo, our moderator extraordinaire. Thank you for the link to the YouTubes. What's up? Kevin P. West is watching on the YouTubes. Golf Boy Sundays here. What's up, Golf Boy? How are you doing? Link 52017.
It was Golf Boy Sunday's birthday this past weekend.
Oh yeah, happy birthday, Golf Boy
What?
Sunday. How old is Golf Boy now?
Birthday.
I think
He's still a boy.
16.
Courtney, you want to sing Golf Boy a happy birthday?
I think you do that much better than I do. I have a video of you doing that.
Birthday to Golf Boy. Happy birthday to Golf Boy. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. All right, okay.
Whoever's wife was listening before is definitely confused now.
Right.
So
I mean, we kind of switch topics very, very fast. Matthew Crossart is here. What's up, Matthew Crossart? Matthew is going to be off to Japan soon on his Far East adventure. Congratulations, Matthew Crossart. Excited for you to make that next chapter. Been talking about it for like 2 years, right? Exciting
What's that
news.
sound?
oh, sorry, my cord probably. Is it that
Your cord or you were burping?
cord? I burp louder than that. Oh, I post the picture too, so just so
Wait,
if
what
anybody wants to
picture?
go see it.
Yeah.
Something
Pictures
naughty?
of the there's one that's topless.
Oh, there's a topless drawing picture of you?
No. From the art book.
Oh.
Nah.
Yojimbo says if she really wanted to start something, she would have referred to Taiwan as a country. It's true. I think she needs to be very cautious about all of her public speeches. It is a very, very sensitive topic. But Pelosi's out like visiting a whole bunch of Asian countries. So she was supposed to make this trip back in April. But then I think she caught COVID or something at the time.
Is that why she sends me like freaking 50 emails a day asking for money?
Pelosi? Oh, you just
Does that
Oh
work?
God.
I
Can I
unsubscribed
do
from
So
that
that.
too?
You know what? You know why I think why you're getting that email? Did you donate to Andrew Yang?
Yeah.
Yeah, Get Blue. I think that Get Blue.
God, I get so many
I
politicals
know.
like donation emails now, like freaking every nonstop every day.
Yeah, you have to
Yeah.
unsubscribe every now and then.
Oh,
So I mean, my mailbox is like filled with political donation. Handout. Looking with their handout. Tudor makes comics. Hello, Tudor makes comics. Good to see you.
and Nate Burr, he really likes it when we talk about Estefani.
Estefane? Well,
Yeah.
why does Nate Burr like us when we talk about? Oh, is that who Nate Burr is? Estefane?
No. That is Nate Burr's wife.
Oh,
But
Oh.
she's been on the stream very
Oh.
recently, and you have shouted her out more than you have Nate Burr.
Oh, okay. I thought Estefane was a guy. We have a girl on stream.
Hubba.
Oh, we have
The
Gozer.
lady.
Gozer's here. Gozerdor. Gozer. She's a girl.
There's a lot of girls.
Yeah,
I feel
we
like.
actually have a decent.
Girl.
Yeah. Gozer was in
I
San
like
Diego.
my ladies. And Wei Hai's wife, he said she comes on sometimes.
Mm-hmm. And let's see, Kevin P. West, Link has an alcohol problem. Canned rosé. Yeah, that's if you're drinking canned rosé, I think you might have a problem.
Oof, I tried that. It's not good.
Is it? I mean, is canned rosé higher in the status than a boxed wine, or canned rosé is
I think it's lower,
lower?
but I've had some pretty good boxed wine lately.
Yeah.
I mean, not lately. I actually don't drink that much, but I went over to someone's house and they had boxed wine. It wasn't too bad. But every time I have like a canned wine, it's always god awful.
Okay. Who else?
Wait,
is
what are
here?
you
Marvin Nation?
drawing?
Well, this is a commission. I just gotta finish this. But this is supposed to be Black Cat. I mean, the commission takes so long, and then I just end up adding more to it because it's taking so long. So I feel bad. But I can only do a few scratches a week. Marvin Nation is
Sugar
here.
Sean is on.
Sugar Sean is on. Welcome, SEAN CHEN. We have so many professional comic book artists here.
Hello.
Hello.
Sean was just on the West Coast for the weekend.
I thought you said no Jerry Bond tonight.
I know. That's what I
Hello.
thought. That's what he told me. He said he's not coming on.
Oh.
I'm just listening.
Well, then just listen.
Ooh,
Oh,
Damn.
the Sean
damn,
sass.
you're the
coming in
wrath of
strong.
Sean.
Looks like someone had his first drink.
I was relieved when I heard his voice because I was like, oh, there's no Jerry tonight. So who's going to bring the funny? You know?
Is it me? I'm not funny.
Sean,
Oh, yeah. Well, of course.
Did they lose your luggage when you went out to?
Yes. Well, I did the first couple days there with, my airplane clothes.
But you were only there for a couple of days.
Yeah. So I mean, the last day, I got my luggage.
Oh.
So
It didn't come with COVID, did it?
I don't know. We'll find out soon
Was
enough.
the underwear already loosened with a brown stretch skid mark?
Well, the one I was wearing.
No, the one that came in
Turn
the
it inside
in
out.
your luggage.
No one will wear my underwear.
You didn't buy any new underwear while you were there?
Oh, come on. Why?
Just go to the CVS.
No, you could not go to a CVS. I mean, literally, this place is in Palm Desert, so
Yeah.
when you go outside, like your body starts to die and you have to get in, you have to get back inside before it finishes dying.
Right.
It
So
feels
that's how.
good. You're just not used to the desert heat.
Why didn't Why didn't you just borrow
stick
some of
to the
Carl's
humid East
underwear?
Coast.
So yeah, it was cool. It's really nice out there though. You can see the mountains and everything. It was cool. It was a spa, so one of those resort spas.
Did you get a massage?
No,
Oh,
no,
Did you go in the hot tub?
no. That's even hotter.
damn, Sean, did you have fun? What did you do out there? Just read a book or something? Read
It
a
was-
dictionary?
A lot of meetings, and then there was dinner, and then
Wow.
and yeah, I didn't sleep that much because it was
Just
a long travel
finding
day.
himself.
Yes.
You didn't wait. You didn't sleep that much because you were having meetings all the time.
No,
Or what type
was-
of meetings, Sean?
I should say more encounters. No,
Ooh.
Casual
that
encounters.
was because of the time change and then all the flight mix-ups. I was just
Oh,
I just
boy.
didn't sleep, so it was like only
Once
a few
again,
hours. Then I gotta go to a
Here
meeting.
come the fun police.
Yes.
It's okay. I don't think your wife watches this channel, so.
She's just sitting on the couch right there. So.
Oh, okay. All right, we'll speak in code.
Speaking of which, there's a person that you showed me in the picture is part of this company. That
Oh,
yeah, yes.
hubba hubba. Wait, what picture? Was it in?
Oh, some of those San Diego pictures.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Carl?
hubba.
Oh, Marvin Nation lives in that area.
Oh yeah, Marvin Nation. All right,
Yeah,
let's
I
let's
guess
do
Palm
a
Springs?
Palm Springs.
I love Palm Springs.
Let's do a quick portfolio review of beef. Beef, I can only do one page today. If that's the page you want to do, that's the old page, though, beef. That's not the new one. Why do you want me to review the old page? You just uploaded, I'm looking at beef's, you uploaded it on Discord. A Spider-Man. It's National Spider-Man Day. Yesterday.
Is that
It
yesterday
is?
or something?
Yesterday. Huh? I think today is National Boyfriend-Girlfriend Day or something.
I thought that was yesterday too.
Oh, that was
Boyfriend,
yesterday?
Girlfriend Day.
Maybe I'm wrong. I know it's National Girlfriend Day. It's a good thing I don't have any girlfriends.
Damn.
You don't.
No.
All right.
None that aren't married.
Uh,
Don't tell anybody.
okay. Let me pull up my iPad. I'm gonna do it on my iPad. That's okay with everybody. We'll do a quick review. Half hour. Can we do that? For one page?
And then you join Megatron after that.
Yeah. And then I got half an hour for Megatron. Whoops.
Half an hour. How
I think
confident you are.
I'm not going to be drawing bots for like a month or two.
Oh, there's a picture of Jerry on your.
Shh. 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 You didn't see that, did you, Jerry?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Wait, I didn't see that. Where is that? Oh, there he
Uh,
is.
Artsy Bible Nerd, how you doing?
What are you guys talking about?
Marvin Nation.
You missed it.
Just Some Dude, what's up, James? National Coloring Book Day today. National Ice Cream Sandwich Day. Oh. National Night
Oh.
Out Day. No one here is observing that, Marvin.
I might.
Um,
Still young.
okay, now, Beef, you sent me 2 more pages. Which one did you want reviewed today? Only 1 page, Beef, because we gotta keep it moving. But this is the educational component of tonight's show.
But don't worry. I mean, you say it's gonna be very quick, but you get into it,
Half an hour.
and then it'll be like that SpongeBob SquarePants, like 3 hours later.
I will. I'm gonna set my alarm on my phone. How about that?
Oh, but when did you ever listen to that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me set the alarm on my phone. Oops. Okay, this is my travel phone.
Oh, you got a travel phone.
This is my old iPhone.
Oh, that's your old phone.
My
Okay.
old iPhone
Fancy.
6. Okay.
Oh, it's a little one.
Timer, 30 minutes. All right, Dom. Which one? This one. Okay. All right,
Dom is
Beef.
this
skeleton.
Domos that? Oh, beef skeleton. Okay.
Yeah, Dom, you're 17. That's.
Is he the youngest one?
I think Dom might be the youngest one.
Wow.
Underage.
17, and then I gotta watch our language.
Right.
In
You
this
gotta
chat.
watch your life. Dom, you got. Are you
Damn.
past your bedtime?
Oh, look at that. That's like damn right professional.
Okay. All right. So everybody, it's on the Discord. If you guys want to take a look. Under. Oh, you put it under general. Okay. Well. All right. It's under general. Kaylee, Athena, good to see you. Okay, all right, here we go. Let's start. Get the 30 minutes going here. There's the stop clock. All right. I've seen this. Dom posted this on Twitter, and he's gotten a couple of reviews back from a couple guys at comic book conventions. So we're just going to kind of give this a quick review. This is kind of how it's going to be in terms of what it's going to be cropped at. So you got to try to get it as close, because this is a photograph, not a scan. So here we go. All right, can everybody see this? It's a little, the light is a little bright.
Getting a little slightly blurry.
It's slightly blurry.
I think it's your phone that might not be focusing on the screen though.
Okay, let me.
Is that just me?
Let me do this. Let me play with the settings.
Can I ask a couple questions?
Yep, go ahead.
So that top panel, those black lines, I'm assuming are the lights hanging from the ceiling?
I think it's yeah, I think it's supposed to be
Like inside an office, right?
right. Yeah. So we're
I
looking
would just
through
say
the
those
drop
lines
ceiling.
probably should add like some like wires hanging them, you know what I mean? Like suspending it from the ceiling.
Well,
Just so it's a little bit more obvious that they're hanging lights, if that's what they are.
right.
And Spider-Man's left knee touching the edge of the page is kind of painful.
Do we want to hear
Is
Dom's
that
voice?
Is it a warehouse or an office?
It looks like a warehouse.
Yeah, I guess it's a warehouse.
So those are like the beams that are on the ceiling of, you know, like a Home Depot. It's just
Yes.
like a girders.
The only thing with this is initially also the page one, I don't think you guys have seen it yet. He jumps into an office building in the middle of the city. So there's a slight disconnect between him entering the building from the previous page and this top panel.
Got it.
But we're going to skip for that right now. Beef, jump into the voice channel on Discord. You should be able to get in if you're on Discord. We get to hear Beef's voice. I wonder if it's going to be deep or high.
It's 17-year-olds. Like,
He's
Hi,
just
guys.
a baby.
I hope it's skipping all over the place.
Hello, my name
cracking.
My name is Don Gomez.
I mean, made it. You guys
Beef
playing that?
skeleton.
Oh my god.
He's got to get into your car with Courtney, become a man.
Wait, hold on. Okay, let's hear Dom. Dom, welcome to the stream.
Hi guys.
Hey, Dom.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you gotta speak up a little bit or talk into the mic.
Okay, is this better?
It's a little bit
A
better.
little
Right.
louder.
A little bit
Yeah.
better. Yeah. Are you on your phone or laptop or?
It's a crappy microphone.
Okay,
So-
that's better. Okay. Wow, you sound older than 17.
He sounds like beef.
Well done.
Okay, so do you want to explain the story real quick? I'll stop the timer. How about that? I'll stop the
Okay.
timer.
Yeah, so the first page, it was Spider-Man and Mary Jane, and like Spider-Man leaped off the building, and we didn't know where he went, but we assumed it was like toward danger. And then we cut to the second page, and Spider-Man, you could see his silhouette as he enters this like warehouse. There's a lot of boxes. I didn't really. I mean, you guys thought it was an office building, so I didn't really capture that. But so yeah, he gets into the warehouse, and then his spider sense goes off, and the Green Goblin's glider comes at him. He catches it, and then it blows up, and that's yeah.
Well, Beef, this is your first attempt. This is not your revised page.
This is the revised page.
This is the revised page?
Yeah, the first attempt was a lot worse.
Okay. All right, Sean. Any initial right off the bat, initial thought?
Well, so the shadow that's coming through the door there, that's Spider-Man's shadow?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's also in the panel to the right, because he's so much of his body is in the panel. So
Oh yeah, yeah. I thought that was like
Well, I
a
mean-
hobgoblin coming in or something.
Yeah, so this is his figure right here. This is Spider-Man. And then this is the shadow of Spider-Man. But he's in a crouched, he's almost in that crouched
Crouched.
Spider-Man position.
crouched.
Crouched.
Yeah, he's in the same pose as like the second photo of him,
Yeah.
or the second panel.
And this second panel is this panel here where he's overlapping the first one, right?
Yeah.
And then the third panel is the hobgoblin thing flying at him.
Yeah.
Glider knocking over some boxes.
Hmm.
And then the fourth panel is him grabbing the head of the hobgoblin glider. And then
Yep.
the fifth panel is an explosion.
Yeah, an explosion.
But which one of these windows is it all 3 floors that the explosion is coming out of, or?
Oh, that's true. I just thought like, oh, it's an explosion, so I wanted to make it as big as possible.
Okay. Sean, anything else?
Well, I think that one panel with the glider going through all the boxes, I think that's quite well realized. Like, I mean, I think I probably would have drawn it very similar, the shot, you know.
A slight Dutch
Yeah,
angle?
I guess I thought that Spider-Man was in that first panel was part of that scene because he's so big and overlapping so much that he's like looking down through the ceiling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was a little, the borders. I think editors will always say this, and I don't know how much you should really take into account, but they'll always say like, oh, just tell it very simply, you know, just like I hate to say it, but like the grid, just to make it. And when you break panel borders, that's when a lot of confusion starts to happen. But I wouldn't say that you should avoid doing that montage style storytelling because it does get really boring if you stick to the grid. It can look very static. So if you want to do what you're doing, just get very good at it so that you don't have any of these conflicts and these things that are kind of ambiguous.
Okay.
Well, my comment on is that these are sample pages that you're submitting to
Yeah.
an editor looking for work. So, on one hand, you do have to balance some design work, but also you're going from as a layout, regardless of whatever is in each panel, right? You're choosing kind of a weird progression. It's an anti-reading progression. And when I say that, I'm saying like, look, you look at all these 5 panels, right? Typically, when you're reading a comic book, you read the top one, you read from left to right, and top and down. So I always use the typewriter analogy, where you read from left to right before top and down. So typically, if this was an American comic, a Western comic, this would be 1, this would be 2, then 3, 4, 5. You're trying to get around that by having this superimposed Spider-Man. But I'm still used to reading in one way. And the editors are going to look for this. because the editors are trained, especially when they're looking at new people. They're looking for like who can draw something well, but they're also looking for red flags. Red flags in terms of tangents, storytelling, and other components. So what you want in your samples is to have as few red flags as possible, so that you can clear the hurdle of the editor enjoying your work. I kind of like to associate that with like maybe if you go to a bar, you're too young, beef. But if you went to a bar and you saw a pretty girl at the bar, and you wanted to go up and say hello, right? A pretty girl at a bar, Courtney can attest to this, gets hit on a lot, and so
I've never been on at a bar.
come on,
I'm just
go
gonna
with me here on
let.
this.
Okay.
But typically there's a slight shield that's up, right? Because you're assuming anybody that comes up to you is already full of BS.
And I'm hissing at people
right?
like a witch.
So there's a particular level that you want to kind of go around instead of going through. And so same thing with an editor when you're showing work. This kind of layout progression is how he would normally read the work. And because you switched it up and made it that this is 2 and this is 3, red flag. Right? You got to make it as easy for the editor to consume as possible. That's my first overall statement. Sean is correct that sometimes you have to do, you don't want to be too boring or too conservative in your layouts. But I would venture to say that this is maybe a little bit too progressive for tryout sample pages. And so that if this was the case, somehow, again, 2 should be here, 3 should be here in the orange, and then 4 again progressively. Sean also mentioned this initially, where if you have 3 tiers. He mentioned that Jim Lee said that this is probably one of the most boring kind of tier systems, right? And it is kind of true in this sense, because I would ask you, Dom, what is on this page, what is the most important image or part of the story that you want to emphasize? Is it the explosion at the end?
The explosion, yeah.
Is
but
it?
I just
But right now, this is
wanted to
what's
make
dominating the
Spider-Man
page
cool.
with Spider-Man, with the spider
That's
sense,
true.
right?
Could I make a
yeah. Oh, sorry. Yes,
suggestion?
Jerry. What are your initial thoughts? Sorry, I went off
I
on a
mean,
tangent.
because I'm not fully paying attention as I'm working, but the one thing I would know is Beef or Dom. Sorry, I'm not sure what to call you, which one.
Either.
But I do a lot of I use a lot of perspective when I draw comics, because honestly, I think perspective is kind of easy and it looks hard even though it's not. So I like that you're doing that, but meaning you're doing a lot of quote unquote ruler drawing, which to me isn't actually drawing. I think Bernard and Sean can confirm this for me. Ruler drawing is just like technical stuff, which is cool, don't get me wrong. But I like to add, after you do all the ruler drawing, like do some hand drawing on top of it, like add some fragile stickers to these boxes. And the reason why I say that, on the big explosion panel, you could have like in the foreground, like fragile, like the sticker up in the foreground, as if it came flying off one of the boxes,
Oh yeah, that sounds cool.
or like first class, or like going to whatever, like to Taiwan, for Nancy Pelosi, whatever, just like you can kind of add some personality to the ruler work. And with the explosion panel, I mean, if that's supposed to be the most important thing, I mean, have fun with it. Draw a lot of rubble. Have the wall being blown off. Have shards of glass and bricks and some of those metal beams from the ceiling flying off and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I think, like, if you had like a fragile sticker in the foreground, they could like add a little humor to it almost.
Yeah.
Sorry, but I mean, I do think it's actually a pretty solid start.
So this is kind of what you're saying, right, Jerry? In terms of
yeah. Maybe it's like on a piece of wood or something like that,
I had a
just
question.
to make it a little bit more dynamic. Sorry, Courtney.
Oh, no worries. So as far as kind of this, you know, mock-up in a way, um, should someone concentrate on where bubbles are going to be, like certain speech bubbles or something? It looks like Spider-Man is kind of discovering something or looking for something, so I don't know if he's speaking to himself, and that is kind of a smaller spot right there. So if you were to put a speech bubble or something, it might cover up his hand or something like that. So I didn't know if that is something that would be, a part of the process itself, or you would just be like, nah, it's just want to see the kind of the flow without any type of speech bubble in it.
That is true, and that's another consideration, right? But this is a beef. This is a story that you wrote yourself, or this is from something that you got off the internet?
I made this myself.
Okay. So that's always another consideration. That's a good point, Courtney. The other thing, going back to what editors are looking for, because again, you're tailoring this not for. I mean, yes, you're trying to draw this as if it was an actual Spider-Man comic, but the most important person that's going to be looking at this is the editor, who's going to be hiring you. Now, the editor is also going to be looking for tangents. This is just a quick mock-up of what Jerry was saying earlier about, like, if you were to establish the fragile or some kind of, thing on the boxes in the previous panel, when it does explode and you have it kind of in the foreground, you don't even need to see the whole fragile thing. It could just be, just bits and pieces of it. It's as if it's blowing at us, right? Something that's coming at us or blowing at us is more exciting than blowing away or horizontally side to side. Again, considering what it is, even if the action is side to side, you have stuff that's coming out in all different directions. And that's what's going to make it a little bit more dynamic. But the other thing going back is tangents. So right away off the bat, you have a couple major tangents that, let me create a new panel, new layer. Tangents, and a slight tangent here. And then those would be what editors are looking for. Again, red flags, right? This means that you haven't thought enough about the artwork. You rushed to drawing it because you rushed to have a finished piece. These are all easily avoidable in the layout stage and even in the pre-drawing it on the board stage, right? So the reason I brought this up is you have these lines that are on the board themselves, right, on the actual Bristol board. What those lines mean is that's the first one is kind of, actually the paper should be cut off here. The paper trim is going to be here, right? And the outside line, all this is actually going to be the edge of the paper on the right-hand side. So all of that is going to be cut off.
I think most of what you're talking about are bad crops.
Crops and tangents.
Tangents are like, his toe, that's a bad tangent because it's basically like touching the panel, a border in the corner. His foot. So you see how it's just like it's sort of like
right
a weird tangent. Right. So the other one, like the wing of the flyer thing, that's a crop. So I don't even know how to solve that. I mean, it's a very difficult problem. How do you draw that flyer so that if you fit it all in, you either make it bigger or make it smaller?
Well,
but right now you have one wing cropped off.
Here's my thing: is like, okay, is Spider-Man looking upwards with the spider sense? He's crouched down, and he's also looking up. Is that more of an excitable action? Or is this hobgoblin glider flying at us more visually exciting? And at that point, if Spider-Man is busting through his panel into the other one, why doesn't this come out of the panel? So I would ask you, if this was your panel, why not? And again, this is a wrong sequence. I wouldn't do this sequence myself. But if
You say make the glider bigger and make the Spider-Man smaller.
yeah,
Right.
if the glider was, why isn't the glider coming out of
The
the
glider should be breaking the panel
right?
of everything
Why isn't
on
the
this
glider
page.
breaking the panel? And the glider should also be whatever the roof panel is. Here you have a lot of the background is going this way. Right. This is pretty much the room itself. Why is the glider flying on the same level? Why not the glider fly on this on a different level, different angle than the perspective of the room itself?
Yeah, that looks nice.
Now, isn't that much more exciting and dynamic than having it uniform? And so a lot of these are all, again, everything that we say, if you look back at the stream later, this is not rocket science. This is just really taking your time and thinking about what it is that you're going to draw before you rush to drawing. Now, I get it. I was at your stage when I was younger. I still do it sometimes when I'm doing sketches or commissions or even pages. There's this rush to finish. Rush to finish because you want to have a page that looks like it's professional, like what you would see in a comic book. But again, when you're applying for the job, there's another secondary level of storytelling that needs just a level of consideration, planning. For us, it might be a much faster level because we have the experience, so all these different shots, all of these different camera angles, some of these considerations for placement of things is already cycling through our heads at a very fast pace because of experience. But for a younger artist, you really have to sketch everything out before you rush to the finished page. So,
Okay.
any other comments on
One
this?
quick question. So I was like, the whole goal here was like to try to finish the pages like 2 days, 3 days max. Should I take longer than that, do you think? That way I can develop the actual flow of the page, take more time on that. Because I think out of those 3 days, I think I spent probably 2 of them just detailing it, and like one of them.
Hey, Bear, can I actually answer this question?
Go ahead.
So I understand what you mean, because as someone that's also trying to get some more comic work, you always feel the need, like, oh, I gotta do a page a day. And I know that's what like everyone says, like that's an industry standard, do a page a day. If I can't do a page a day, I'll never get a job.
Yeah.
To me, fuck that. You take as long as you need and you get it to where you need it to be. And then when you show it to the editor, you're like, yeah, I did it in 10 hours. Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lie through your teeth. Get the job first and then figure it out later.
Yeah, you worry about the speed later. You take your sweet ass time and you get every detail in there. Your personality should be oozing out of every panel. Every line has intention that you put down, and it has to scream out who you are. I know it sounds like corny and zen-like, but I really believe that. And if it takes me fucking 5 days to do this one page, then it's gonna take me 5 days. But when I show it to the editor, yeah, it fucking took me 8 hours.
I would agree with Jerry wholeheartedly, 110%, especially at this point. Look, right now you're training, right? It is good that you have in the back of your mind that there is a particular time constraint in terms of however much long you spend on a page. You're only getting paid per page, right? So the rate, how it works in comics, is you get paid per page. So if you make $100 a page, and it takes you 1 day to do it, and it's a 20-page book, then if you can draw a book in a month, right, and you make $2,000, or 20, what is it? Is that right? $2,000 bucks, right? If it takes you 2 days to do a page, then you're making, and it takes you a month, and it's 20 pages, it's going to take you 40 days, which is about a month and a half. So then you're making about $50 a page. So that's where the equation goes in. But you still have to get the job first. And if you're rushing through the samples, you're not going to get the job. So, you know, what's first, the carrot or the horse? Is that the right phrase? I don't know.
The chicken or the egg?
Chicken or the egg.
Kind of.
Don't put the carrot before the horse. Right? No, that's not right. Anyways.
Cart before the carrot.
Okay. The other aspect is, again, one thing I see this in a lot in younger artists' work is these birds they are agreeing with Jerry. One thing I see in a lot of younger artists' work is that even if you want to emphasize Spider-Man's spidey sense, look at how you've drawn his head. It's the same size.
Bernard?
Hmm?
Oh, okay.
It's the
Oh,
same
you're
size.
gone.
No, sorry. It is the same exact size. No matter how dynamic your panel construction is, the figure is the same exact size. Both times you see him on the page. Nothing is more boring than that. So, oops. That's where you have to be careful. And in that case, I think it would have served the page better if I was strictly sticking with the layout, which I would not use. Is instead of breaking the panel, have an upshot of his face. So Spider-Man is looking up. And then what is he looking up at? He sees, I mean, I gotta redo this whole layout because this is bothering me a lot.
I have a comment.
Okay.
I think I feel where Beef is coming from, because as like a new artist, we're used to drawing, just actually getting a figure out there. So, you know, what I try to do now is try to figure out how to make things more dynamic. And in the end, that's, you know, those different, making sure the different sizes, making sure the different angles are there. And I can see how, you know, in each of his Spider-Mans, you know, from the top to bottom, it's definitely like a good piece in itself, because he's certainly practiced. But it's also, you know, I try to break down what makes, you know, comics more dynamic and how to show more action too, because in the end, you know, you're going to be drawing so much more action too. So I think that's just what I want to say.
And Beef, don't Dom, don't be discouraged by any of this. Sean will attest I'm especially blunt in my reviews.
No, don't worry.
None of this is meant to be insulting, although maybe I'm talking in kind of a stern tone, because I take this very seriously, and you should too, right? It's not just all fun and games. It is fun, but we're talking about a career. So
yeah, exactly.
In that respect, I want to be as respectful to the work as possible. So is this a warehouse or is this a skyscraper building? Because the previous page there was a skyscraper in the city.
It's a warehouse.
Okay, so established shot warehouse. And interior, right?
Yeah.
And then we have Spidey Sense. And then we have Glider.
The glider.
And then we have, what does Spider-Man do? He reaches out and
he catches it.
Catches Glider. And then Explosion. Okay, from outside, yeah. So we don't know what happens, right? Okay.
Oh, he catches the glider.
Or he stops the glider.
I feel like I missed that.
Yeah, he was holding the glider.
Oh,
I guess
I
there
thought
was.
I
Yeah,
thought he was kind of like reaching down from something in a box.
No, see,
I
that's
think maybe that's where the
yeah.
dynamicness didn't.
yeah.
So there are, yeah, that's the glider itself. Also, because of how, again, well, cropping. How Sean would say that these are cropping notes. Again, how the wing. Some of these, again, these are visual things.
Oh,
They might be in your head, but me as a reader, again, I might not be familiar with Hobgoblin, so I might not know what his glider looks like. Some of these things, maybe you need to have more detail in
Right.
showing what it is that he's catching. Going back to this, so this is how I break it down the page. These are the different sequences. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, which one of these did you say you wanted to emphasize as "quote unquote" the money shot?
Well, I guess the money shot was Spider-Man's spider sense, but in reality, in the story, it's supposed to be the explosion.
Okay, so the explosion is the money shot, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of money shots in this. That's one thing that's difficult.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
hard to pick.
and that's up to you as a storyteller, Dom. So that's the cool part, is that you get to tell the story your way, right? How do you want, like Sean, if you saw this, if this was your script, which one would you choose as your money shot, and why?
Well, I mean, explosions are always cool, but then when you fill the page with it, it's not as interesting to look at as a figure. So I think, maybe the scene where he's, when the glider's coming at you or catching the glider, I think.
Okay.
It could be any of them.
So Sean would say 3 or 4. What about Jerry? Jerry, are you still on? If you were to do a
Yeah, I mean, well, the establishing shot. I hate this. Like, I don't want to sound all negative because I actually do think this is pretty well drawn, but I'm just going to be overly critical here. Okay.
Yeah, it's
The establishing shot of the interior of the warehouse, like, I would have had more fun with that. I would have probably done like a worm's eye view so that when the glider comes flying through, it kind of makes a little bit more sense, at least for me visually, for my way of thinking. And then I would have like maybe a rat like running across the floor, something warehousey, and then so that on the panel where the glider comes flying through, like the rat could be like shitting, and I would have, because it'd be scared out of his mind, and
Right.
I would probably have the glider like dropping off some of those pumpkin bombs, so that would cause the explosion.
oh yeah.
And like again with the explosion, I just think it all ties in together. So like I would have like it, if I were to draw this, I would have like the rat being flown out the window in the big explosion, like like maybe holding like a fragile sticker in his mouth or something like that.
Right.
Just
Wow.
that's just what I mean by like every line has to like have your personality, and like I think we're all pretty funny on this stream, everyone in the chat included, so I don't mind throwing a little bit of humor, like just like the rat being in the caught in an explosion, things like that, just because like I think it does have to have your personality. And like on that establishing shot, maybe you get a little bit of the shadow of the glider coming in first, like off the wall or something like that. I really don't think Spider-Man is actually that important in this page.
Well, there are some people who would also argue that they don't like establishing shots, so they will reduce it down to a very, very small panel and then prioritize the figure. So that's also another school of thought. I mean, that's one great thing about what we do is
Yeah.
different artists have different ways of doing things.
But also, Dom, I mean, at the end of the day, you can tell certainly me to go F off. You should be listening more to Sean and Bernard. This is just
Oh.
the way I would have approached
This
it.
is awesome. Like,
Jerry likes it when you talk dirty to him.
especially when he talks about rats, because I know he's thinking about Raquel, the
yeah.
rat lady.
He definitely was. We all were thinking
Yeah,
that.
that's what I was thinking. I don't know.
Mhm.
Okay,
when the
cockroach,
rat
right?
blows up the
Something
window.
The rat shitting. Okay.
Jerry would draw Raquel catching the rat as it blows out of
Right.
the warehouse.
But yeah, see, I really do like the worm's eye view for the warehouse. I just think it's sets up the glider flying through a little bit better.
So this is another. I think this is kind of what you're saying, Jerry.
Yeah.
or even like the rat, you know, could be like.
Yeah, I don't know what a lot of writers think about, like when they have a story, and they a lot of times they want to have the pure essence of their story, and then a lot of these things that you put in can be distractions, or if you have so when you do it, you gotta do it the right way, so it doesn't you don't have a second story going on competing with the main one.
Yeah, and this is also a factor because Dom is writing his own stories, so you can kind of get away with a lot of extra stuff, but I get where Jerry's coming from. You know, again, it's having your own unique take on things, and so here, and the other thing is like nothing in this page showcases me anything about Spider-Man, and I would say if you were talking to the Spider-Man editor, although in your pose, the second panel, you know, he's kind of in that Spider-Man pose. But why is he entering through the door? Why not? Why doesn't he crawl in through
you're right.
an open window in the warehouse up top? Because he's Spider-Man, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't need to open the door. He's not a. Imagine if you were drawing a scene of Superman. Why is Superman walking through the door? Why does he just fly in? If it was Nightcrawler, why is Nightcrawler walking through the door? Why does he just bamf in? So this is another aspect of just critical thinking. We're just thinking a little bit more about the story, and you know, that's a good point about the downside. So as I'm drawing this out, right, I'm drawing this scene out that Jerry just described. It's looking more like a vertical panel, but whatever. I'm just, you know, sketching, right? Courtney, if you were to draw this, was there a panel that you thought would emphasize? I'm gonna need to move.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. My style is, or you know, I sway towards more of the manga style, but I think probably I still like the Spider-Man figure, but then also I wanted to ask, you know, I think there's a page prior to this, so that would be the first page. Is this the second page?
This is the second.
This is the second page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so on the first page, is there like a full Spider-Man, you know, kind of figure?
There's a small one where he's in the panel, but it's not anything big like in this page.
Okay, so I think I would just, you know, it'd be kind of strange to have like two big ones back to back. You know, depending on if you're even reading a comic book in the comic book form where you're reading left to right. What is it in America?
Can somebody capture that voice clip? Where's Mr. Clips?
What was I saying?
Oh, Way High got COVID.
Oh wait, what?
Yeah, he's doing better.
Oh snap! I hugged Way High.
We hugged him.
Oh.
Oh no, I'm
know,
negative. I tested the other day, so I got a negative test.
I'm positive for everything.
Okay, so
I know another guy that caught COVID at Comic-Con.
Yeah, a lot of people. So let's which one do you want to go with, Dom? Because we gotta keep this moving.
Go with mine.
Which panel? You want to do number 1 or you want to do 3 or 4? Which one? Beef?
Oh, me? How about the one where he catches the glider? Because I had a hard time coming up with.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
So let's do number 4 where he catches the glider as the big money shot. So if that's the money shot, how does he catch the glider? If we're going to see the glider coming at us,
that's what I'd choose, by the way.
You know, what would that scene look like, right? And what I would do is I would usually starting and I would draw just
it would be acrobatic probably, right?
Yeah, something.
Spider-Man should probably be upside down.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Maybe
Okay,
webs are involved.
Let me do this one real quick.
Also, how is he feeling? Is he kind of like stressed out, catching it last minute?
Oh, he's like super like angry at the Green Goblin.
Yeah.
So this is one.
What are you drawing?
You
2
guys
round
see
balls.
I think Fletch Forward is on board.
Oh, what?
Yeah, full house.
Fletch
Sorry, guys, I
Forward.
lost track of time. Just want to stop by and say hello.
Hello.
What's up, Fletch?
What's going
How
on? How
was
you guys doing?
does a guy that you went the wedding to? Does he want to? Is it okay to reveal that you went to his wedding, or is he trying to stay single for the ladies?
No, it's okay. I think should be
You went to
okay.
somebody's wedding?
I went to a friend's wedding in Toronto.
Mm.
It was Marcus Toe. Marcus Toe's.
Oh, that's a good artist.
Yeah, good guy. Good guy too.
Hmm.
He was engaged. Well, together with his girl for about 12 years. Together for a while.
It's
So
about time.
A
yeah.
boot 12 years.
She finally guilted him into it.
No, the circumstances. Now seemed like the right time. So
I think she gave up.
Is she
She's like, I
is she
guess.
pregnant? That's why they had to get married.
Jeez. Let's just go with that.
I don't know. I'm just asking. We're just asking questions.
Don't ask.
well, how are you guys doing?
We're judging people.
We're,
Actually, just one. We're judging beef.
we're judging beef skeleton. Okay, so I got about 3 different kind of sketches, right? We can do some other ones where, Sean, do you have any other ideas, or Jerry, any
Well, I
other
mean,
ideas?
it's hard because you wrote this yourself, so it's hard to know whether you're taking it to the max. I mean, he could like be off to the side and hit it with a web, and then I don't know, like it'll spin around, stuff like that. It's Spider-Man, so you're expected to do a Spider-Man way of doing things. You gotta make sure that you just can't put Thor in there and have him do the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, I might, if I was writing it, I might cut out that panel where the glider is just flying, your panel 3, and just go from 2 to 4. And make 4 even better, because if you think about it, his spider sense goes off, then you see the glider, then he stops the glider. It's a little like ho-hum, not really big of a surprise, because his spider sense already, right? And we already saw the glider, so I think it might be a little bit more exciting too if you skip that beat and you went from, oh, spider sense, right? And then kaboom, bah, 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 right? You got like 2, 3 things happening right at once, or maybe make him catching the glider and then a reaction of like uh-oh moment, like uh-oh, and then boom, kaboom, right?
Yeah.
Because then Spider-Man's realizing, oh snap,
Who's Peter?
maybe it was not a good idea to, I was just thinking that, Courtney, maybe it's not a good idea to catch this thing, right? And then kaboom. So again, this is a case where you wrote it, so I think you could change it. So if that's the case, then that's the big panel. I would say, if we I would do this, but this one here, because we see the face of the glider, I might cheat it a little bit so we can see a little bit of Spider-Man's reaction. We can see a little bit of his eyes and his face. And then however his legs would work. And if I like this, then what does that look like?
I never thought about that, because so many characters in anime and manga like aren't, they don't have any masks usually, so you can usually at least tell by a facial expression how they feel. But in there's so many masked superheroes that you definitely have to make sure that you concentrate on the reaction and get the vibe of what they're feeling, if they're stressed out, if they feel like, no, I got this, so that's interesting.
Yeah, Bernard, you do a lot of like anime expression faces of surprise, right?
This is
In
another
person,
one where
he does.
it's just kind of horizontal, right? You guys can kind of see that.
Yeah.
And then if that's the case, that's the thing coming down. And what I'm doing is I'm trying to figure out what are the scenes that I like, what are those actual scenes, what are those actual camera angles. And then a lot of times that helps me determine what the shapes of the panels are. Now I'm assuming, Dom, you went and did the shapes of the panels first and then you kind of filled in the rest.
No, it was like a mix. I kind of like had an idea of like, oh, this scene's a little more rapid where like he turns and sees the goblin glider. So I was like, maybe there's panel. Like I tried different things, but this method probably works a lot better. Yeah, definitely.
So we got something like this, and probably pinned him down. Sean, Jerry, you got anything else to add about this?
Well, the boring part of drawing comics, I think, like every other job to be successful at, you do have to do some research, and you have to do your homework. Even when it comes to drawing, like people in tights, catching robot bats in the air, like you need to do some research on warehouses. You need to do research on explosions. Just to see, like I would literally be doing image searches for like rubble, things like that. Just windows breaking.
Right.
Like look, I have the least amount of experience of all these guys talking right now, but so in a weird way, maybe I can relate to you a little bit better. But I spend like a long time before I start drawing, like figuring out what I'm going to draw, so that when I do draw it, I don't fuck it up. And I'm still going to fuck it up every once in a while, but it's not going to be for lack of research.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I think that explosion, I've drawn thousands of explosions. I still go and look up not just pictures of explosions, but my favorite comic book explosions, like whether Leinil Yu drew it or Stuart Immonen. Sometimes I just see an explosion that's drawn really well, and I look at it. It doesn't really look like you looked at. I think that explosion was probably the weakest part because it didn't seem to have any mass to it. It's just like some things in the air, and there's a lot of empty space. Yeah, almost as if the colorist is going to do all the heavy lifting in your explosion. But yeah, definitely like look it up because I've been drawing for like almost 30 years. I still have to look at pictures of explosions. It's really hard because everything else on that panel exists, and I mean it's a solid thing and we understand how solid things look. Explosion is more like it doesn't really exist. It's like a graphic element, and I find it very hard to do. So it takes a lot of practice. So it all starts with looking at real explosions and then seeing how other artists interpreted graphically an explosion. And then after you do like maybe 20 of them, you start getting a little better at it.
Explosions are actually pretty hard. And for me, I had to draw an explosion once. So I was doing like image searches for fires, like buildings on fire, just so I can figure out smoke, stupid things like that,
Yeah. They sound easy, but they're very hard. So I think when they sound easy, then you kind of do like a poor job of it because you think that you don't have to spend that much time thinking about it, but you really do, unfortunately.
Right.
All right, you see, I'm like kind of figuring out if I can squeeze this into a horizontal panel.
I actually don't really see a lot of people use horizontal panels, so I would actually have to start doing that more.
It's the latest. It's the latest and coolest thing, man.
Well, it comes in and out of style, but for some reason, there is a stigma against that three-tier grid type thing. And you see, you can easily get rid of the three-tier grid by making a horizontal panel. Now he has 4 levels, which is, for some reason, and I don't know why, just more interesting to look at.
Right.
Hey, Bernard, Long Wu is asking to you and Sean, actually, is there something you guys always have to research to make it look right?
Serrated anteriors.
What is
certain muscle groups? It's that weird muscle that's under your armpit that it looks like a washboard, but I don't know. It's hard.
You mean like around the rib area?
Yeah, they kind of like knit together, and even like with abs, many times I've drawn them. I always call up a picture of a bodybuilder's abs.
You guys must get like the weirdest things, from everything you.
Oh yeah,
Like
I'm on an
burning
FBI watch
buildings,
list.
explosions. I
Yeah.
want to see this and buff guys.
See, this doesn't really. This angle, this third panel now, it's a little too like I can't tell that that's a glider. I just think that that's like a monster or something. So I need to. Part of this was okay. I'm gonna walk through a little bit of my thinking on this sketch, right? We have the first establishing shot, horizontal. This is what Jerry was talking about. We're on the ground level with maybe a mouse or something. Jerry, I think about he likes to put a lot of mice in his comic stuff.
Rat lady.
And again, Spider-Man climbing through the window. I might be again for the sake of reading from left to right, or left to right. You see the mouse first. You see boxes, and then Spider-Man's coming in. Then the second panel is a close-up of Spider-Man's eyes, where his Spidey sense is kind of going off. And then boom, we have he catches the glider, and then boom, explosion.
Was that your alarm?
Yeah, no, it's just the text.
So your alarm went off half an hour ago.
I know, the alarm went off half. So this one I might do, because it's let me choose a different color. I would still want to see the entire glider because it's flying, right? And this is where you can probably get, because that's the unique property of the glider, is that it's flying in the air.
But it just gets smaller if you try to fit the whole thing in.
Yeah.
So there's a trade-off there.
Yeah. So we'd have to be behind Spider-Man. And some of the boxes are tumbling. So he's caught the glider, but the glider's kind of taking him around for a trip.
Oh.
Yeah, if this was like a Michael Bay movie,
And
he's
then
trying to
There'd be an
multitask.
American flag in the
Yeah.
background.
Well, yeah, but he's like dealing with multiple conflicts at once.
Yeah, and then
It actually looks like it's starting to like lift him in the air.
right, it's starting to lift him a little bit in the air, and then you can
Crashing him through boxes.
crashing him through boxes. You can even put a box here, and then
With
I have the
rats.
rat, the silhouette of the rat.
Infrared sauna in the crate.
Some of the boxes could be breaking, right? So, all in one image, Spider-Man has caught the glider has showed up. Spider-Man's caught it. It's flying him around the warehouse, smashing up. I don't know where we put the rat, but smashing up boxes.
You gotta have the rat.
Right, and then we cut to the outside of the warehouse, and then boom, right, and then you can have your bridge that you have in the background there. So,
Oh shit, Tommy's here.
Oh,
Hello?
Tommy.
oh, what's up, Tommy?
T and
Hey. Everybody's here.
Full house.
Full house. I think that Discord might explode.
Courtney brings out the boys.
Hey.
Oh wait, Courtney's here?
Oh, is that why you came? That's why you came here, right? You didn't come here to see us, right?
You missed me. I missed you too, Tommy.
Wait, how do I leave this? Oh, the hell is it?
You wanna? How do I leave this room?
Like, bye.
He stumbled in here by accident.
He did leave. He really did leave.
Okay, I'm back. I was just kidding.
Yeah, you thought this was an OnlyFans site, but you got lost.
Is this the drunk dial?
It's a sausage fest.
I don't see no donations.
All right, so are we good with this, Dom?
Oh, definitely. Thank you
Yeah,
so
we
much.
learned a lot. I think we learned a lot. I learned a lot.
You guys definitely learned a lot.
Oh, you were in the middle of a critique. I'm sorry. Or
Yes, well, now we're drawing Megatron.
Are we? I don't think we have enough time.
Oh,
Um,
just the head.
Thanks, Dom.
This poor kid. You guys are so mean.
I don't think we have enough time to do Megatron today. I'm just gonna have to do it off stream. But because we're an hour 30 in already. And I said
Go
I'd
for
spend
another
30
4
minutes.
hours. Another
4
4-hour stream.
hours. 4 hours.
Right. Well, I am going to Taiwan, so this might be the last stream ever. But we'll see.
Oh,
Is
God.
that morbid?
Goodbye, everybody.
I told Bernard I'd replace him with much more terrible art. So
Oh,
she
you
turned
can
it
do
into a
the
dancing
go-go
stream.
dancing right now.
I will shave my head, grow out my facial hair.
I am here.
We have to do that. Remember when Bernard had that hair that was shorter in the center and longer on the sides?
I like that.
Now it's the
Prior
opposite.
tuck.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's called a hawk mo.
Oh, the
Faux
yes.
hawk.
No, the faux hawk is an actual like mohawk, but the hawk mo is the opposite. So you like
Yeah,
create a little like little empty spot in the middle,
it was like a moat.
also known as male pattern baldness.
Yes. Well, that was a reason why I did the faux hawk. So
Like the panda haircut.
The panda, yes, that was one for the record books.
here is another aspect. One more kind of like editorial correction here. Is that might be too much. Before we just one last thing before I let Dom go. Is another, as I look at the thing again, this is all layouts. You should do a bunch of layouts before you actually get to the board. So here as I'm thinking, before everything was kind of in the middle, right? The Spider-Man was in the middle. We have the close-up of Spider-Man, and he was kind of battling or grappling the glider in the middle. And now I've kind of shifted him a little bit to the left on the first panel. He's in the middle of the second one, and third panel he's a little bit to the right of the panel. Could probably move him over a little bit more, right? But again, that kind of like moves your eye straight over. I don't know. I still gotta think about it. Gotta look at it, see how I feel about it later.
Well, it would also be like a sense of movement, right?
Yeah.
Of Spider-Man moving. Yeah.
But I might. I think looking at this, I might go back. I might change my mind. I might do this. Here's the other payoff. Is and this might be more exciting now that I think about it. Again.
Someone maybe mentioned putting the reflection of the glider in his eye.
Oh, that's
show is
good
coming.
right there. Yes, that's what I love.
Whoever said that, shout it out. So
Who
I'll
said
take
that?
credit
Somebody
for
said
that.
that on the chat. Thank you. So again, here he's on the right, left, right, as opposed to left, right, left, middle, right, right, left, right. That's a little bit more of a like he's turning around and then boom, he's caught back. So this might work a little bit better. Again, this is the fun part of comics. This is storytelling. This is how you want to tell the story. So
Right.
I would encourage Dom, spend more time in this. The drawing stuff is there. Is getting there. We mentioned a lot of referencing, explosions, different figures. Obviously you got into the rendering of Spider-Man, right? You got into this figure a lot. You enjoyed rendering Spider-Man, but the rest of this stuff you kind of like here, especially with the glider, you're kind of just like, yeah, I don't know, it's like this, okay,
Yeah.
like this. But you were like, I want when I show that rib muscle. Right? And then, oh, okay, I'm gonna get the little rim light. You have the little rim light on the bicep, and okay, I'm gonna show the leg. Right. So, you're having fun. It's great. I don't want to discourage having fun with this, but this is also separation of work and fun. That's not the right way to say it. But looking up references, especially for warehouses, boxes, you kind of do it here a little bit. But the other question I would say is this a drop ceiling? Is this just a drop framework, or are these like tiles, like an office?
It's framework.
It's framework. Okay, so Jerry is right.
Yeah.
Like you need to have some kind of like
suspension
thing coming down, right?
And that's cool. It looks cool. It's fun to draw,
Right.
But this is another one where, where are these things being held on? And I would reference warehouses, and find a warehouse, and then use that as your drawing platform. So, and then reference the exterior of the warehouse, right? This looks like just like a modern kind of warehouse. Is it like an old brick warehouse? If it was an old brick warehouse, then some of the bricks are, coming off too. That's cool. You notice that the windows will have particular different kind of frames. Is that blown off, or is there like a wiring, like a fire escape that kind of blows off? These are all...
Hey, I think one of the reasons a lot of people don't look up references, because in some ways, like when you see how many windows and how many, like it just becomes like, if you go to reference the interior of a warehouse or the exterior and you use that to draw from, you could be there for days.
Yeah.
So it's not that you're drawing what you see in the reference, you're coming up with a graphic interpretation of what you see. So so a lot of times people think the reference is not going to help because it's just going to show you too much detail and you don't have time. So you're trying to draw something different, like a shorthand version of it. But you can still look at the reference, and then the thing is to come up with your short term, like your reference, the way you would draw it. Like Alex Toth would reinterpret the photo in a graphic representation that doesn't take forever to draw.
Right. On the last panel, or actually the boxes too, I did look up reference like for the building and stuff, like that landscape right there. But I think the only thing is I just left like key things out, like the bricks and the windows and stuff like that.
Yeah, and you gotta, again, I know you were trying to do this under 2 or 3 days, but these are sample pages, man. You gotta put everything in there. This is your one shot,
Right.
one opportunity. So
Dun, dun,
You got
dun,
one
dun.
shot.
this is another thing here. Let's say, going back to Jerry's comment about like fragile, or what if it's like plushies, and then in the explosion, like like a head of a plushie doll gets blown off,
Right.
You guys are dark.
or whatever. Like I don't know what these are. I mean, do you know what's inside the crates?
Could have the plushie in his mouth.
Or
Infrared sauna,
the
that's what-
rat is in the plushie.
Yeah, it could be the rat could be pulling a plushie out of one of the boxes in that panel above it.
The rat can
The rat.
be doing something else to the plushie.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's all about the rat.
Oh, the rat's riding the plushie. He's like, woohoo! Right? The rat's like, yeah, boy. I'm getting out of this.
Don, one thing I would say about establishing shots too, because I know nobody likes drawing them. I actually like drawing them because it's you're drawing something that no one else wants to draw, and
Right.
I like enjoy that challenge of it, where I'm gonna fucking kill this panel that no one else wants to draw.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, Dom. Hopefully, maybe in another stream or two, I can go over the other pages. I know you got 3 in total.
Yeah, that would be cool.
But I mean, a lot of the stuff that we talked about today, look, I don't think it's that hard, right?
Right.
Well, I mean, it could be.
Not that hard.
Yeah. I struggle with it. So,
Well, I mean, most of the stuff that we talked about is just thinking things through, right?
Yeah.
Taking the
I
time.
think it's also, seeing, like, it's, for me, it's easy to think things through, but also you've shown that this comes easy to you too, and these are things that you would think about, and it just takes practice.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, or maybe as a start, you can have like a checklist in your head of like, things that make panels look bad and things that make it look good. So just make sure you just check off like, well, is it at an angle? Are we
I
flying? Or and that's just kind of a good way to start until it becomes intuitive.
Right.
My God, you guys did a whole comic before I got here.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
this
like one thing on the
actually
checklist, like are there different size figures? So especially is there different head sizes? So that way, if you finish your page, your layout, and you realize, oh, I got 3 figures of the same size. Another thing on the checklist, is there a full figure on it somewhere, or are we always cropping off the waist? So if you have that simple checklist, you can actually write it down. You can catch these things early on before you go too far rendering it.
or if you're seeing the figure from like the same angle at the same time, or like the
Yeah.
scene from the same angle at the same time. Like I'd probably do the explosion from like somebody's view looking up at the building, so it looks like the explosion's coming down at them too. But everybody's, different.
Tommy, you want to chime in?
No.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. Well,
No,
I mean, Dom.
no, I
thank-
agree with everything. I agree with everything that Jerry said.
About the rats.
I mean,
But
Dom.
no, I mean, I haven't been here long enough to feel comfortable chiming in.
Okay. Well, I just want to say, Dom, thank you for putting yourself out there. Getting
Yeah, man, for
criticism
sure.
is never easy. It's part of growth. Again, look, we're all trying to help each other. I'm not trying to insult you or put you down. A lot of these things, again, putting yourself out there and showing your artwork in front of people, it's a very courageous thing. There are a lot of people that are going to give you a lot of advice or criticism. Only listen to us.
Yeah.
And
I mean, Tommy works with Mark Millar, so hey.
Oh God.
Mark Millar,
Only
we
the
just
best
announced,
work for Mark Miller.
Yeah, he just announced 2 new projects with the 2
Oh, yeah,
best artists in the business.
Yeah, he stole Pepe Larraz.
Pepe
So.
and Jorge Jimenez.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, he stole the
He
Marvel
looted
and
Marvel.
DC guy. Yeah, so
Could that be the last nail
I've never heard
in
of
Marvel's
either
coffin?
one of those
I hope
artists.
so.
those are the 2 top guys right now in the biz.
Yeah,
Who?
they're the Marvel and DC top guys.
What are their
Wow.
names again?
Jock and
Remember, Pepe Larraz.
Pepe
and Jorge
Larraz.
Jimenez. Yes. Oh, he's
Jorge
so good.
Jimenez.
Yes.
Oh, I'll look it up. Cool, man.
Yeah, they're the top. So that's going to leave Marvel and DC reeling with a vacuum that needs to be filled.
well, it's just more work
Not
for us.
really.
More work for Dom.
Yeah.
Not really DC, because they that was a carve out that they arranged. He arranged with DC.
Okay.
So he still has to
Oh
go
my
back.
God, Fletch is here.
He still owes
Hi.
DC work. Is that the case, Fletch?
What's that?
Is that the case that he still has to do work for DC?
Yeah, he's still exclusive with DC, but it was just a carve out that allowed him to do that
Okay.
with LR.
They have him change in the DC basement, so he has no choice.
Wow.
Oh, before I leave, because I have a bedtime. No, I'm just kidding. I just want to thank you guys
Funny.
so much. This is awesome. I'll use all the advice. I don't take criticism to heart. Like, this is stuff that helps me improve, so I'll definitely be using it and stuff. So thank you guys.
Yeah, Dom. Just
Good man.
look, you're in the right
Fun at the
path.
prom, man.
Yeah, you're moving in the right direction, Dom. At 17, are you a junior or senior in high school?
I'm gonna be a senior.
Okay.
My birthday was only like 2 months ago.
Oh, happy birthday!
Wow.
Thank
That's a
He was
kid.
16.
Yeah.
We just
Great for that being that young.
we just got a raise
Yeah,
from.
now that's one thing that I didn't know, and
Yeah.
seeing it from the outside, I think that's very impressive. So keep it up.
That means a lot, Tommy. Thank you. so
Yeah,
much.
17. Are you looking at colleges
Fantastic.
for next year?
My mom wants me to go to like a business college or something. but you know,
I'm
I'm looking at a
bad.
cubicle, but I don't know. I don't know yet.
Business
The
college?
business, the business of art.
The business of what?
That's not a bad idea. You need it for your art business. So
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, my daughter is in fashion design, and she went to school and got a business degree in the fashion world. You know, I mean, that's something that is good. I mean, Jerry can talk about that kind of stuff. It's like knowing the business side of that stuff is a huge asset for her as she's going to be going and looking for a job and, you know, figuring out like how things really work out there.
for sure. Oh, we got a raid.
We got a raid, yeah. Thank you, Jeremy Stoltz Creation raid with party of 7. Thank you. Thank you, Jeremy. How you doing? This is Sketch Fighters. We just got done tearing Beef Skellington a new one. It's gonna have to recover a little bit.
And now you're going to draw what?
Now I'm gonna draw a
Megatron.
quick Megatron.
Megatron.
I think.
But hey, look at that shoe there. My God, that's amazing. Drew it right out of your head too.
Yeah, look at that.
Are you know, why don't you draw Galvatron instead?
Well, it's an assignment. You know,
Megatron's
you
what's
just
up
can't draw
for?
whatever you want.
Probably could.
What's Galvatron? Who's
Same
Galvatron?
guy. Galvatron is what he turns into after Unicron kills him. And
Hold up. Megatron turns into someone else.
Nerd
yeah,
alert.
he turns into Galvatron.
Is that real?
Really?
Yeah, are you kidding me? Or
Classic.
It's from
trend. Yeah.
dude. It's from the movie.
I didn't even saw
what
the
movie?
movies. I only saw
The
the
Michael
TV
Bay
shows.
movies?
No, those don't exist, dude. We're talking
Michael
about
Bay.
That's just
Transforming
blasphemy, too.
garbage.
Transformers One. You got the touch.
yeah, from 1988.
Have a good night, guys. Thank you.
All right, Dom.
Later, dude.
Thank you, Dom.
Good night, Dom.
We can talk about art college next stream. But Dom, if
Dom's got to get up for band camp tomorrow.
but Dom, definitely look, man. You gotta get your portfolio together. Look for an art school. Get them to give you a scholarship.
Oh yeah.
That
Yeah,
way,
that's all.
art school is kind of expensive, but
Kinda, jeez. Yeah, it's nuts.
yeah, but definitely, I think you're on the right path. You can go get an art scholarship. We can talk about different art schools. Jerry went to SVA.
Bernard as a reference.
You can use us as a reference. Sean went to Carnegie Mellon. I wouldn't recommend going there.
I went to Juilliard.
Oh, you did?
You went to Juilliard?
I'm just kidding. No, I didn't. Obviously.
Tommy went to Art Center. That's probably a very good school, although I don't know about comic book art.
No, nobody does that stuff.
But that's a good school for entertainment design. And then I went to Pratt. But
I'm reading Yojimbo's comment over here.
what did your Jimbo write?
About art school.
And then he just wrote, except for Tommy, who used to draw comics but moved to video games.
How is Atmos doing?
Good.
Tommy had his
Cool.
artwork
Yes, it's
displayed
like
in
it's-
Times Square a few weeks ago.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a weird
It's going,
industry.
it's going well. It's been really busy because we're in pre-production on the video game, and there's lots of, as we say in the corporate business world, we're working on a lot of sprints right now.
Oh yeah, that's corporate speak.
Yeah. So I'll slack you about it later.
It's slacking.
What's Slack? Oh, wait,
Slack
let me try
is
to figure
like-
that out. Something
It's like
offline.
Discord
like-
for adults. Corporate Discord is what it is.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. It's Discord, like that's what we actually started using Discord, and then we moved
Yeah.
to. Then we grew up. We grew up. We're like several months old now, so.
Now that
but
Tom's
yeah.
here, I'm gonna get off because he scares me.
Oh come on, man! Are you really gonna get off?
Actually, I do. I'm like trying to get this fucking project done before next Monday. I've got to.
Because why, Jerry?
Say what?
Because why?
Hubba hubba.
Why
Because
do you
he's
need
a,
to get it done?
because a big client.
This is a trick question.
Because what do you mean? Because I have to get done.
Jerry's
It's not
time
what
is going to be
Bernard told
taken
me.
up.
Mm-hmm.
But
So Bernard, you're looking at something. I assume. I hope.
Oh yeah, let me.
And yeah,
This is all out of memory. What are you talking about?
Yeah. God.
it's all right out of his noodle.
Don't
He's
you,
like that. Bernard the savant.
The
Yeah.
robot has teeth.
I don't know. Does
Oh,
Megatron have
he's
teeth?
not looking at reference.
Yeah, they have teeth.
Tongue too.
how do they eat salads?
That's the inside of his mouth. That's not a tongue. That's his.
That's his tongue.
That's a tongue.
That's his medulla oblongata.
Yeah, look, he has teeth. He can smile.
He can
Chew
smile.
bubble gum.
I mean, his mouth.
Yeah, no,
moves.
this is But remember this part, and then it's a 1986 movie where him and Prime have that huge epic fight, and then they both basically beat the living shit out of each other, and then they put Megatron inside of the Astro bus that turns into the space shuttle thing, and then they flies him out, and then you know what I'm talking about?
Go chew some bubble
Tommy,
gum together.
I feel like
Got
you're
the
explaining
power.
things like my 5-year-old nephew. That's like, and then I watched the show,
And then
he
and then
did
and
this.
then
And then
Okay.
and then the bus
Guys,
turned the
I'll
space
do
shuttle.
I'll talk to
And
you
then-
later.
and-
But
All right,
Sorry,
Jerry's
bye.
trying
Bye,
to
bye,
get
Jerry.
out of here.
Hi,
See you,
Jerry.
Jerry.
have a good trip to Taipei. Don't can you bitch slap Nancy Pelosi for me? Ask her to stop emailing me asking for money.
Right. Oh, she's in Taiwan. She needs NT.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
See you, Jerry.
All right, I got it.
And then there was like these construction vehicles, and then they combined, and then they
And
they
then,
stomped on the ground, and yeah, I mean Sean knows what I'm talking about.
You mean the
no.
That's the Constructicons.
The Constructicons.
right?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they basically they're flying around, and Starscream says, you know, hey man, let's dump Megatron because he's always wanted to be the leader, and then they dump him out, and then Unicron is out there in space, and Unicron says, hey man, I'm gonna turn you into Galvatron, and then he makes him, you know, work for him. Yeah, there's Galvatron right there.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you're drawing Galvatron.
Am I drawing Galvatron? I don't know. Should I draw Galvatron?
Oh.
Oh god, the Michael Bay one just kind of like cleanses your
Yeah.
palate from because there's so many good things, and then you gotta throw in a Michael Bay one just to cleanse your palate.
You know who does the voice of Galvatron is Leonard Nimoy.
Oh.
Oh really?
Oh.
That's highly illogical.
Well, who does it now?
I don't know.
Lieutenant Uhura.
Damn.
Oh, too soon?
Damn.
What? Too soon?
Casey Kasem.
Casey.
He did like
Up 5
everybody's
to number
voice.
10 in our countdown. It's
I don't know. Galvatron's face looks kind of. I thought Megatron was cool because he had like a really long face, but this Galvatron doesn't look so. Oh, what is this?
it's like a
He
samurai.
already looks like Batman.
Yeah, I don't know why you're drawing this guy.
Galvatron?
Maybe because you said so.
Yeah, didn't you say to draw Galvatron? I'll switch it back to Megatron.
No, I'm always gonna draw Galvatron.
What's the yellow thing that he has? It's like a
It's like
giant-
it's his
Giant?
gun.
Oh,
That's a
okay.
It's his shooter.
Is he
It's
a
just
Walter?
pew, pew,
pew.
Walter PT?
Overcompensating much.
Yes.
Yeah, it's his pew pew. But he turns into like, I don't know if he turns into anything actually. But is that better or worse than Megatron turning into a gun that
Oh
somebody
yeah.
pulled?
It's a giant gun.
Remember now.
Yeah. Why do you turn into a giant gun?
I always
Does
wondered how
someone
that
else
works.
has to shoot?
Yeah. Yeah. Shoot me. Some giant. Find a giant to shoot you.
He can't shoot himself?
Nope. Oh yeah, that's what Galvatron turns into, a cannon.
Oh.
Yeah, so he has from a cannon on his arm into like a cannon.
Is that Megatron's haircut? What?
Oh, that's
He's
a
got a helmet here.
helmet.
I had
I'm not
that.
surprised. I mean, this is back in the day, so I thought I imagined him differently, but
So no tongue, Galvan, Megatron, no tongue.
No, I mean it's cool. I just want to figure out
Gritting.
fantasy
I
here.
say,
So
I say gritting his teeth, like.
yeah.
More
So which ones are when they
cubes.
talk, their mouthpiece just moves, just vibrates when they talk.
Oh,
That's Optimus Prime.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
not Bumblebee.
No, Bumblebee
No,
has
Bumblebee
a mouth.
has a mouth.
We should have a penalty
Bumblebee has-
box, like a nerd penalty box for anybody that says.
Yes. Get back. Too nerdy. Get back. Get back.
There's only this is like one of the 3 things I could nerd out about. All right, maybe 30 things, but
But I guess so much of whether you're familiar with these characters is what age you are, and also what part of the country you're on. Because I'm not familiar with Transformers. Because
What?
I might have missed it just by a couple years. So
Well, you're-
there's either GI Joe or there's Transformers people.
Well,
Oh,
you
I
can
would-
watch this, right? Because they were on the same.
Yeah, you could have been
back-
both, back to back.
Yeah.
I
Were
was
they at
into
the same
both,
time?
like maybe 2 years, 3 years apart.
Yeah, that's an eternity when you're a kid.
It
So
is,
you
you're
can revisit it when you're older. So that's what I didn't do.
Yeah.
But I just had to put up with what's
Yeah.
on TV. Star
G.I.
Blazers.
Joe I was more into. G.I. Joe was like the Larry Hama stuff. Like I was like
Yes.
in like third grade, and then like Transformers was like 5th grade.
And then Thundercats.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
That I was getting too old for. That was for like
Oh.
babies. No, I'm just kidding.
Thundercats and Silverhawks. Remember Silverhawks?
So
Well, that was now
yes.
Silverhawks was partly metal, partly real.
What?
Herculoids.
They lost me
Hercule.
at Captain Planet.
Yeah, I
Oh,
didn't
that
go.
was like in the 90s, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Like
that stuff
92?
that's too young for us.
I mean,
Did you watch GoBots?
They had a cartoon.
Oh.
I just thought it was
Where's our
just a
get
toy.
back coach?
Where's Carson?
What about Jason the Wheeled Warriors?
What?
Now you're just making stuff up.
No, Fletch gets to know what that is.
Jason and the what? Wheel Warriors? I never heard of that one.
Jason the Wheeled Warriors.
Nope. That must have been your part of the country.
Okay,
Sorry, Tommy. I can't back up on that.
that's okay.
Anybody in
I
chat?
have all the toys.
Can anybody in chat back up Tommy?
Anyone out there?
Yeah,
50
Go
plus
Jimbo
years old?
says Jason the Wheeled Warriors has a cool intro song.
There you go.
It's actually got the best intro song. It's Haim Saban did it.
Is it? You think it's on YouTube?
Yes,
Wow, Hayam Saban. So it wasn't that long ago then.
it was in the 80s.
Oh, okay.
It was like 84, 85.
So did that guy make all his money by making crappy cartoons? I mean, that sheer amount of money that he has, is it from crappy cartoons?
And from music industry in Israel.
Yeah, I'm
Did
sure
you-
it's mostly music.
Sean, did you say sheer amount of cartoons or Shira?
Oh, okay, yes. Shiro.
But He-Man and Shira?
Yeah, Saban did Inspector Gadget theme song. He did He-Man. He did Mask. Mask. You know, he did.
Wow, so he's a genius then. Mama Mask.
How would they save the day? Yeah, that
How's
one.
it go? Can you sing it right now?
Transformers.
It's on.
Oh yes, there's Jace.
Oh, that looks familiar. That's pretty good animation.
Badass, dude. TMS did the opening titles. The rest is not so good.
That's like a Japanese. That's
It's all the beginnings for basically
Yeah.
every.
Yeah, TMS did that. The music is great. Actually, my friend Chris Ferguson edited a video for NC Comic Con using this theme song.
That's really good. It's very ambitious animation.
Mm-hmm. I have all those toys still.
I'm not surprised.
Yes.
Man,
This animation is very similar to
oh, it's That's good. Oh, does this advertise a toy line? I mean, is that what
yeah,
this is
totally.
going on?
Oh,
Yeah.
be careful of showing videos on screen. It's TOS, Bernard.
Oh, okay. All right.
Just Long Wu said.
Oh,
Long
You
Wu.
gotta
There he
trust him.
goes. That's the
Yeah.
old Long Wu that we know. Whoops.
Yeah.
the other Mighty Orbots had the similar animation.
Jerry
So-
Orbach?
Somebody knows Mighty Orbots. Not here. Mighty
No.
Orbots never had
No.
toys, so therefore they got canceled.
Mm.
Come on, somebody back me up on Mighty Orbots.
Anyone
Were you
out there 50 plus years old?
He was just
Well-
drawing everything slightly robotic, even like the C version of Transformers. Like,
If we sing the Transformers song, is that toss?
Yes.
Oh wow.
What movie did they sing? Oh, it was in Boogie Nights, right? They sing that Transformers song.
Oh yeah, you got the touch, maybe?
You got the touch.
You
You
gotta
got the
sing
right
it
stuff?
badly, like Mark Wahlberg. You got the power. After all is said and something.
Yeah. That's it, dude. You know the lyrics.
You're a winner.
There it is. There it is. Sean's nerd part is coming out.
wait, that's the Transformers theme song?
It,
Well, it's a
Technically,
song
it's
from
part
that
of the-
movie. Yeah.
Oh, I just remember like Transformers, robots in disguise.
okay.
My wife thought it was robots in the skies.
Oh, my bad.
Isn't it?
When
No,
did they
it's robots,
change? I thought
it's
it was, like,
robots in disguise. You
disguises.
got it right. It's
Oh,
robots
it's
in
gotta be
disguise.
robots in.
It's
Is it in-
disguise.
Yeah,
Next,
that's
you're
what
gonna
I
tell
said.
me it's lightsaber, not lifesaver.
Well, are we?
No, I was saying my
Well,
wife, when she was little, she thought it was the skies, not
Oh.
disguise.
It's kind of like the Sarah Lee theme song, right? You know, nobody does it like Sarah Lee. You know, the baking products, nobody does it like Sarah Lee.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
It's act-
okay. It's
it's actually-
subliminal, right?
It's actually nobody doesn't like Sarah Lee.
Oh, it is.
Oh.
Oh.
Right,
What?
that's right. Yeah,
That
you're right.
blows my mind. Is that like some sort of like Mandela effect
yeah,
thing?
yeah.
I think
Mandela.
so.
Was it Chick-fil-A with a K or with a C?
Oh, who knows? I ate there twice. I don't know.
CK, Chick-fil-A, right?
Who knows?
I don't know.
All right, I'm almost done here. Look at that. I got to draw Megatron today after all.
Yeah. So honestly, when is the next time you think you'll be streaming? Because I mean, you're pretty much gonna be down for the count for a long time.
I think I'm going to stream
So-
while I'm in Taiwan, unless the internet gets cut off.
Oh my god. How long are you gonna be there? I mean, like in theory.
In theory, a couple of weeks.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you'll be back then, right?
Yeah, I'll be back.
To stream more. Because you're thinking like, if you're down for so long, you might have to go on hiatus, like the Finches. You know how their show stops in the summertime.
Yeah, well, I should do that.
What are you doing with your birds?
They're going to a bird hotel.
Oh, cool. You using the same one?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Those guys
Cool.
are pretty good.
Good.
So, they've been pretty reliable. How does the top of his head look?
How do you know it's your birds when you pick them up?
Yes.
Uh,
Oh man, you should tell that story about when someone tried to push other birds on you
I look
because
at,
they lost
I
yours.
look at their pee-pee.
What?
Mm.
Huh?
No, I remember hearing that story.
Yeah.
It's very
Nice.
sad.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought I lost them forever.
And then the guy comes out with other birds like, oh, here, take these instead.
And they weren't even parrotlets. They were budgies. I'm like, come on.
Wow.
Well, yeah, and they probably thought because you're a grown man that it would fly with you. But if you're like a little
Right.
girl, they wouldn't even try.
Yeah.
They found out he was just another girl.
It's like, oh, this guy's a girl.
Well,
so,
I was
yeah, he
crying.
wants it.
I was crying,
Yeah.
so
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
But hey, you got the birds back.
I'd for sure cry.
Yeah.
remember actually there was just a screening recently of Poltergeist here in my town, and Melissa and I went to go see it, and it was really cool seeing it on the big screen again. And there's a part in the beginning. Remember the pet bird dies in that movie in the beginning? Any of you guys remember that?
Oh no, I don't.
Mm.
Yeah, and then she's she's gonna flush it down the toilet, and the little girl shows up, and
Oh my
they have to,
god.
yeah, they have to bury it and everything. And I was like, I've never known anyone who's that upset about a bird. And then I was like, oh wait, then I thought about Bernard.
Well, you know, like all of that stuff happens because that's a Steven Spielberg thing. And Steven Spielberg, when he was making movies, you know, he didn't really have a heart. Like he was making these family movies, and he just had to think what children are like. And you know, like in Close Encounters, you know, that guy, he has a family, right? Whatever. And then he decides to go off with the aliens because Steven Spielberg think like, well, you know, who likes kids anyways, right? He'd rather go off with aliens.
No.
But then he had kids, and he's like, oh my god, what was I writing? So all of the decisions he makes were not wise ones until he became a father.
That's interesting. And then his movies went downhill.
Yeah.
That sounds
So-
like propaganda for having kids. Nice try, Sean.
It came from the man's mouth himself.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Yeah, that sounds like a promo piece he did for Hook. Some trash like Hook.
Oh, you got a claim, Golf Boy Sunday.
Oh, what? Damn, I gotta mail it.
$50 make you holler.
All right.
Well, let's figure this is the last one, so you know.
Yeah, this might be the last one. We'll see.
Ark.
You guys see me on the
What's
front,
cool
on
is
the
that
front
is
lines.
that off camera Fletch is posing as Megatron with a cosplay right now, so to help.
I can absolutely imagine that.
I am more than meets the eye. Need somebody to fire my gun.
Wait, what?
Are you in New
More
York
than
now,
eyes
Fletch?
to meet.
What's that?
Are you in New York?
I am. I made to Brooklyn yesterday after like a 3-hour delay in Toronto.
Oh,
Ooh.
oof. Jimbo posted this article on the Discord about the American Airlines guy having his luggage stolen. I was like,
Oh.
damn.
Yeah, I mean, expensive equipment.
Yeah,
Right.
Man, that sucks.
audio video equipment. So Sean, you should be getting like a voucher from American Airlines. Your luggage was
Well,
delayed.
Carl
for-
Choi would get it. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know.
What do you have? Did you go to San Diego, Sean?
I went to Palm Springs for one of our company meeting.
Oh, you know.
Yeah, his company had a retreat in Palm Springs. What about yours, Tommy?
We're not gonna have one until October. We're gonna go to watch
New York
Formula
Comic Con.
One.
Oh,
We're gonna go
Oh.
to watch Formula One down at the
Las
Circuit
Vegas?
is-
Oh,
No,
no.
down in
Next year.
Texas.
Man.
Well, you know, Sean's company also got COVID together, so
yeah,
Yeah.
that was a bonding experience.
Yeah, that friggin' Bing was at that loud Azuki activation. It's so loud. So when Bing was talking to me, he would lean in, and then you know have to shout really loud, and his hot breath was on my face. And the next day we got COVID at the same time.
that's
It
the worst.
sucked.
All right. Well, what else do I have to do this? It's
There's an awesome shot of Megatron from the movie where he's like battle damage from the fight with Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
battle
think-
damage.
If you did a search for
What's
What
happening
is-
there?
Someone getting beaten up.
Someone's farting up a storm.
That was me walking up the stairs. The stairs creak.
Oh,
there's the battle
Yeah.
damage.
yeah. You said the magic word, battle damage.
That's awesome looking.
He's fighting someone who has like a beam saber.
Oh, there's like a Yeah, the fight with Optimus Prime. That's everybody's homework is to watch that fight from Transformers the movie from
All
1986.
right. Add the link in Discord then, Tommy.
I don't know how to do that.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yojimbo knows.
All right, let me try it. It's a Peepaw Tommy try and figure out the internet here.
You can do it, Tommy. I have faith in you.
All right, I'm gonna do it.
It's onlyfans.com /
/
Oh
Raquel.
god dang it, man! So Michael Bay shit came up first thing.
Of course.
What came up?
Michael Bay stuff. All right, now
Is he still getting work? Is he like still making movies?
Yeah.
Ambulance wasn't his last movie Ambulance?
Yeah.
that was the one that I actually saw.
Did you like it?
No, it was his worst movie.
I liked it.
Whoa.
It's so many good actors.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's really, really bad.
Okay.
How does he get so much work then?
It's kind of like, I mean, it's like
summer
M. Night
blockbusters.
Yeah, but I feel
Okay.
like there's so many other like directors, and it's
I mean, M. Night Shyamalan. I mean, Roland Emmerich still gets hired to do stuff. He did that Moonfall now. You know, it's like just stop it. You know, hey, what channel do I put the link for this in the
general.
Beavis General?
General, yeah.
All right, here you go.
Yeah, but
Here you go, Courtney.
Moonfall was so bad. It was actually enjoyable because it was so bad.
Which one? What?
Moonfall.
Oh yeah, I bet. I could see that. Yeah, Ambulance is so bad you just want to leave, but then you're like, I got nothing else to do. I might as well suffer for another hour.
Right.
All right, let's get out of here. I'm 2 hours in. I need to get back to work.
Is that a
and then-
serious claim?
All right, guys. The James quote is there ready to watch Transformers? So I expect to report next time I come on.
Will do.
You know, it's
There's
cool
gonna be a
that
test?
Megatron looks. When you guys see there's a close-up shot of Megatron looking all battle damaged and like and then right before like Optimus Prime like totally messes him up. Oh, it's so good. It looks just like that.
You know, Barry Windsor Smith once told me that what was that? Those Super Marination things, like that looks like Team America World Police, the original ones from the was it Thunderbirds?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Thunderbird.
When he was a kid, yeah, he loved that. And he was
Yeah.
talking about how great it was. And then we went to a Comic-Con and he got the videos and he's like, oh man, this is terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, you have kid goggles when you watch this, but Tommy doesn't seem to have kid goggles. Like this stuff, it still
I'm pretty sure
resonates
he
with you.
can't. He can't binge it though, can you? You can't binge these shows.
No. Transformers, the show gets painful, just like G.I. Joe can. But the movies, they hold up, man.
Okay.
Yeah. And speaking of those Jerry Anderson things, though, that the Captain Scarlet, you can't watch that shit and like give it like 2 episodes, you'll get sucked in. I don't care if they're puppets.
Really?
Yep. It's because of the stories and like the problem solving of like how they decide to do certain things with special effects and models is really like it's so creative. It's great.
Oh,
They're
okay.
really-
You mean you're talking about the technical side of it,
Yeah, but even the stories are cool. The stories are totally cool.
and only
They're-
slightly racist, right?
Ooh.
Even I don't remember any racist stuff.
Mm.
Well, they have a lot of like character types that would show up, and they'll be like, like a black person or a
A
Chinese
lot
person.
of blackface.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Shit. Uh-oh. Well, I didn't see those ones. I guess.
Okay.
He was cheering those ones on.
Those are my kid glasses episodes.
Yeah.
Tommy, where'd you grow up?
In Detroit.
Oh,
Okay.
wow, look at that battle damage. That's cool.
Yeah.
All right. Did we get a final claim on this? 50.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tommy, did you grow up near 8 Mile?
I used to know, but my parents, my dad's family, they all kind of lived around there.
Wow, someone claimed at 80.
Huh?
So if you grew up in 8 Miles, did you have like maybe a singular, you know, like a chance at something? Maybe only like a.
Once in a lifetime? You
One
mean?
opportunity?
Yes.
One opportunity?
Music?
All right, I get it.
Did you eat mom's spaghetti? Did you throw up mom's spaghetti?
Oh man, Vince Scully died.
Really?
Who?
Vince Scully, the voice of the Dodgers,
Really?
was 94.
Hmm.
Well, he is 94.
Yeah, it happens in threes, right? You had Michelle
Oh,
Nichols, Vince Scully, and the basketball.
Yeah.
What's
Bill Russell.
someone better check in on Jack Nicholson. I'm just
You
saying.
know what?
Damn.
Wow.
You remember the old Howard Stern show, and they used to have the death pool,
Mhm.
you know?
Oh,
Do they still do that?
no, he doesn't do that shit anymore. I mean, he did that stuff to get attention, but now everyone's doing it, so it's
Oh,
now
yeah.
he became nice, you know.
Oh, yeah, because this was like back in the early '90s and stuff,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, there's no more of that stuff on the shows. No more like strippers or.
The woman who puts the hot dogs down her mouth and
He
Kim
got
Boss the
that,
Queen.
You can find that on Instagram anyways, so
that stuff. He actually they didn't have much of that back in the early '90s though. It kind of got like more and more of that stuff like in the 2000s, and then it kind of stopped.
early 2000s, that was a weird time.
Okay.
But yeah, I remember listening to him back when I lived in LA and we had the Rodney King riots and
Oof.
stuff. It was an interesting time.
You were in LA during that time?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess Art Center, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get out of here.
Yeah, man, you're done.
Look what your claim is up to, though.
Where is
$6
I mean,
bucks.
This is the greatest thing about being an artist. You weren't going to even do this drawing, and then you're like, I'll do it, and then like, boom, there's enough to buy like a couple dinners.
Ah, Victor. Ah, thank you, Victor. VZA?
Maybe it's because he's saying this is like his last drawing, possibly.
Yeah. So every drawing we're gonna say is his last drawing.
It's yes.
Wow, thank you. Oh, Golf Boy. Golf Boy 80? Okay. Thank you, Golf Boy. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for watching today. We got a long stream today, 2 hours and 15 minutes. So, who do we want to raid, first of all, so I can get that set up? Golf Boy, you got anybody in mind? Thank you, Golf Boy, for the support. Everything from the stream goes back to ship. Which I gotta ship out a bunch of stuff tomorrow before I go.
And this could be the last stream.
Make sure you hit that follow button. Oh, what am I doing here? Gotta get this off the screen there. Any suggestions on raid? And Tommy, any last words? Final words for tonight?
Last words.
I'm like,
Who?
final. Wow, is he on the death pool?
Gee.
No,
You talking
before we
about me?
sign off.
Uh-huh.
Who are you asking that for? To?
You.
Oh,
If you're promoting anything, or you know,
I have nothing to promote because everything I'm working on is secret. It sucks.
yeah, I'm in that same boat. Yeah.
However, I'm going to go to Seattle Comic Con in a few
Oh,
weeks.
yeah.
You're 100%
Oh, cool.
Emerald City.
I want to go.
That's a good show. That's a
Yeah,
good show.
so I finally, got all the plans done, blah blah blah, and So I'll see you guys there.
Are you gonna get the
You hang out with
Jim Lee
Peach
suite?
Momoko.
No, she's not coming. She and Yo are gonna be in New York. I'm not gonna do that one.
Oh, yeah. When New York comes around, we'll all get together, party at my house.
Okay, all right, I'll come up then.
Cool.
Are you
Hey,
going?
Tommy, I'll too, so I'll see you up there.
You're going to Seattle?
Yeah, I'll be there with Tapas Media.
Awesome.
Oh, tapas.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna raid DJ Mish, who's cooking Taiwanese food.
Ooh.
That's what Yojimbo says.
You guys subject
Or-
these people to that?
James Quo. Tommy, you gonna get the Jim Lee suite in Seattle?
No, but I did get the hotel like right next to the convention for the first time, which is nice. I don't know. It's like I don't know what it is. Sheridan? Well, thanks for telling everyone where I'm staying now, Fletch.
Room number 27.
Yeah, but you spell your name
Bring wheat.
differently when you go there.
You go to shows and everyone knows to bring Tommy weed.
Right.
Oh, that's true.
It's legal in Washington too, so.
How come they never bring me? They know not to bring me weed.
I get my edibles up in Seattle. They're really good.
Yeah.
Courtney, anything you want to add?
No. Just remember to give me like your like login for the stream.
right,
So just in
yeah.
case something happens to you, then I can
I
just kind of take over.
bequeath this
Oh,
stream
take it
to
over.
Courtney.
The edible stream.
You're bequeathing?
Huh? Well, you know, I'm going to Taiwan, so I might be, as Yojimbo said, conscripted into the Taiwanese army. So we'll see how it goes. All right. Well, thank you, everybody. Thanks for watching. If you're just watching, make sure you hit that follow button on the other end.
For what?
Huh? Well,
So-
you know, follow Courtney Dance next week.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'll be in
Yeah,
quarantine, so I can probably stream next week. Anyways, let's go raid DJ Mish. Let's see what she's cooking.
Is she hot?
Hey, bye, guys.
All right. See you, Tommy.
Well, you guys are
Bye.
still on, so
Bye.
yeah. Don't. We're getting ready to. Okay, raid now. All right.
Oh, she cute.
I don't know. Is she? I can't see this.
Did she hear you?
Can she hear me?
I don't think she knows this.
Okay, good.
Did she get a little crop top?
Oh, well, she's not even on the. I don't think she saw the raid.
Oh, she's dancing now. Oh, she's not good at dancing. She should not do that.
Oh wait. Let me listen.
Oh,
Let me
you had